Come on, guys. She's here.
All right, ma'am, are you Lauren Bridges? And Ms. Bridges was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to credit or debit card abuse. I received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections?
Nothing more, Judge.
Just ask the court would order the restitution.
Just for the court's record, she's still in treatment, Judge.
The restitution in the amount of what?
It looks to be between 600 and 800, so I say we go on the low end,
Okay,
in all fairness.
yeah. Any issue with that?
No, Judge.
So I want to know more about treatment because it looks like there's a pretty serious issue, and what I had written down here was inpatient treatment, but
She went to treatment, was in treatment
Right.
before the warrant came out. She, and then once the warrant came out, she turned herself in, and then once she bonded out, she went back to treatment. Well, you can tell her what you're doing now.
Yes.
It was inpatient, it was in-house treatment, right?
at
Yeah, I'm still
Riverwalk Ranch.
Yes, still there.
So you're inpatient there?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long is that program?
It can be up to 6 months. I do have a recommendation, if it's okay, if I go from there onto sober living that they're infuriated with.
Mm-hmm.
On the 10th, I'm supposed to be graduating their program and going into sober living in Tarrant County, which is Fort Worth.
I have several letters from them. This was prior, I don't know if they're really applicable to this, but.
So February 10th is graduation day?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any information specifically about the sober living
I don't.
place? Do you know what it'll be? Do you already know information about where the sober living is going to be, or will they tell you when it gets closer?
It's gonna be in Tarrant County, which is in Fort Worth, Texas. I don't know the exact, I'm not gonna know the exact address until the 10th. I could possibly get back there today and see if we can get an address
Okay,
today from
all right.
them, and I can send it in.
Okay. You'll need to obviously get that for probation, because the first step of once you're on probation is going to be to get your case transferred to Tarrant County.
Yes, ma'am.
And then whatever the requirements or conditions that I set, you'll be able to do there in Tarrant County.
Yes.
So any other issues, Ms. Smolfino?
It says in this letter, Judge, when a client successfully complies with the detox residential program, they are offered, encouraged to continue treatment through our partial day program and evening intensive outpatient program in Fort Worth, at the Fort Worth Recovery Campus.
Okay.
That's
And
just
you
the one
intend
that-
on living at sober living and doing that as well? Whatever the outpatient is that they recommend?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's PHP and IOP. So you go through the PHP first, which is like you do their housing, their sober living housing, and
Right.
you go to the classes during the day, during the week, and you work also. And then the IOP will be once you
Intensive
go
outpatient
to a
part.
different care.
Okay.
Level of care.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so it sounds like you're on the right path,
Yes,
Ms. Bridges. So I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney. Find you guilty of the state jail felony offense of credit or debit card abuse. Sentence you in accordance with that agreement to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison. But I'm going to probate that for 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine, also ordered to pay $600 in restitution, excuse me, and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That is going to include continuing and graduating from the Riverwalk inpatient program that you're in now. Also following through with whatever their recommendation is for outpatient care, the sober living. I'm going to I'm going to allow you to do all that, but I'm not going to just allow you to do it. I'm going to require it. Okay, so you can't leave there until or unless they say that you have gone to the next step, or you are an outpatient, you can live on your own and all of that. Part of your order now and part of your probation is going to be to follow all of those recommendations. Okay, If you do everything you're supposed to, this is a great opportunity because for all practical purposes, your case here in court is over. And you'll be able to serve that 2-year sentence while you're out on probation. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, if you relapse, if you end up committing a new offense, whatever it is, then you're going to be back here in court and you're going to be facing that 2-year sentence that you just agreed to. Do you understand? Also, it's important that you know when your probation gets transferred to another county, it's still here. I still am in charge of your probation. So you kind of have double duty. You'll be able to go in person, obviously, and do everything you're supposed to there in person in Tarrant County, but you are going to be required to either by mail or online check in here and report. So you've got to report in person and online or by mail here. If you don't do one or the other, that you have to do both of them. So don't forget that. A lot of people will just kind of forget about Jefferson County, but this is where it all stems from, and you could end up back here in prison. Okay. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. I've also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provided you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Parker. All right, if you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Good luck to you, ma'am. Allison Strom, Mr. Parker, to sentencing. And you're Mary Lockard Fury, and where are we?
I don't know, Judge. I was out last week on vacation, so I didn't get a chance to check with the U.S. Attorney's office. I think last time I was here, you gave you who it was.
I talked to him. I did. I talked to Ray, and he told me they were trying.
I followed up as well, and I don't know what the delay is. I have been told by there are charges coming. The dilemma is I showed you the emails I had.
So
to them.
the information that I received was that they have not received documentation from all of the agencies that are potentially involved. And so from complaining witnesses from different areas, I guess, and different agencies. And so they were working on getting that. What he told me he would do, and hopefully he has, is reach out to the complaining witnesses in our cases so that they will know that this is not something that what's going on, that we're not delaying this just because that their cases are being given attention, but being given attention in the federal system. So I'm hoping that he reached out to them.
I have explained to the victims in these cases what's happening with these. I have told them what's coming, and I have given him their personal contact information
Okay.
quite a while back.
Yeah.
I know he's doing more than just Jefferson
I
County.
think he's got what he needs from us and our agencies.
Here's where you can feel the tension behind the scenes. Multiple agencies, federal involvement, and complaining witnesses scattered across counties. The legal maze's real delays aren't just bureaucracy. They reflect how layered and complex multi-jurisdiction cases can get. Ask yourself, how do you keep victims informed while juggling federal and local priorities? That's exactly what this team is navigating.
It's some other counties. And so I might shoot them an email again and follow up, because we reset this budget.
I mean, Judge, it was, to be honest, if the feds were involved, this would already been resolved.
Yeah, so I will, all right, let's do 45 days. And I'll shoot him another email just to kind of see where they are and get it.
Notice the judge's approach here, a firm but practical 45-day reset. Instead of pushing blame, the court sets a clear follow-up timeline, emphasizes communication, and keeps accountability. Moving forward, this is a masterclass in courtroom management. Staying patient, keeping agencies on track, and making sure the process doesn't stall indefinitely. It's also a subtle reminder in multi-agency cases, staying proactive is everything.
update from him. Maybe if we all keep hitting them,
I'll
they'll
try
do
and get them
something.
to. Again, I would have, I was here last week.
That's all right.
I
Okay,
didn't have
thank
the
you.
doctor.
Stay in touch with Mr. Rennick. He'll let you know when you need to be back.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.